have a police officer that would feed me information about what serial killers were active in the city. And I'd go hunting.
Catch many of them?
Yeah. Remember how I told you that story about the Achilles tendon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that to one of them.
I'm gonna
Apparently it
be
was...
honest, Oh, sorry, you go.
I was saying, apparently at the time, he was one of the most feared serial killers in the city, and the police just couldn't do anything. Couldn't catch her. I caught her. He thought it was all fun and games. It worked out quickly, it wasn't.
I was gonna say one of the reasons that it was a 6 when we first got here was because of the Achilles tendon story and because there was water in front of us.
Oh, I'd make it a lot deeper than this.
I've never been here, so I don't know how deep it is, so...
It's not too deep from here. A memorable moment.
Did you enjoy it?
I always enjoy it. You
Did
see,
you regret it?
no, I have no regrets for doing those things. See, here's the thing, right? Every single person has this monster inside of them, right? Every single person has it. Some suppress it, some allow it to come out, some can't control it. Others have the ability to harness it when they need to. Took me a while to get a grasp on it, but I know what I am. And I'm very open about it to people so they know the dangers that they're in if they choose to do something stupid. However, sometimes it's not about that person doing something stupid, right? About sending a message to someone else.
Making them fear you?
Realizing that they're powerless to protect the people around them. It's why I have no close connection to anyone.
Because then no one can do it to you.
Correct. I have nobody in my life that anyone can use as a tool to get to me. Every single person needs to step to me. But the sad bit about it is I'd probably enjoy the torture more than they would.
That's kind of sad.
See, I'm not one that should feel any kind of remorse or regret for the actions that I do. I should know exactly the actions I'm doing and the repercussions and what that action is in that moment. People who have
think
regrets,
everything through.
correct. People who have regrets do not think things through. They're not meticulous about what they're doing. They're doing it out of emotion. Something I lack.
Do you ever wish that you did have emotions?
Not really, no. I've learnt to mimic.
Thing?
Emotions get you hurt.
Can't argue with that.
But for me, I've never had emotions, so I can't know exactly what it's like. However, I've studied people long enough to be able to mimic them properly. It's a very easy thing for me to do. I can understand why someone is feeling something in a certain type of way, or in a situation, but I will never actually truly feel it.
Kind of looking at it more logical. Like the emotions. Is that right? Like you understand like it that this action will trigger this emotion in most other people.
Yeah.
It's like a cause and effect.
I can understand why people would feel something. I can understand what emotion that they'll feel. I just won't feel it. Any emotion that I ever truly have is rage, anger.
It's not a fun one.
Like I said, as long as you can harness it.
If I could only feel one emotion, it's definitely not the one that I'd pick.
I mean, every other part of it then is just apathy, right?
Yes. But you've never been able to feel emotions or anything?
No.
Mm.
You see, that's because I'm a sociopath, right? Sociopath is different to psychopath, and the fact that they know what they're doing is wrong, but they continue to do it anyway, because they lack that
They're also better
emotion.
at mimicking emotions.
Very hard to find a sociopath if they want to not be found.
Psychopaths are usually more impulsive as well, whereas sociopaths are well thought out and planned.
Everyone thinks a psychopath's a scary one.
Disagree. That's because I feel like people don't know the difference between psychopaths and sociopaths. They mix them all in and they put them in one pot together.
Yep.
They don't differentiate between the two.
What's your worst fear?
Mm. It's a tricky one. See, I feel like I'm the opposite to you in the fact that I really like people. So being alone scares me, but not like in the cheesy like, oh, I don't want to die alone, but like just being somewhere completely silent and completely like alone with absolutely not another soul and not seeing or hearing like anyone
That sounds
for like
peaceful to
days
me.
upon days on end. It's like I said, I feel like we're opposite in that regard. I like people, even if I'm not friendly with them or I'm not necessarily close with them. I just like being around people. So yeah, being completely and utterly isolated, I think, would have to be it.
You like yourself?
Mm,
Because
as
I'm
much as
gonna
I can.
gonna go on a limb here with that one. The fact that you want to be surrounded by people and not be stuck with your own thoughts and alone, there's a reason for that. Usually it's because people don't like themselves enough to want to be by themselves, or when you're by yourself, your mind wanders to dark places.
Yeah, probably one of those two things.
Which one is it?
A little bit of both, I think.
You had any real trauma in your life, Atlas?
Define trauma.
Both your parents
Like
still
everyone.
alive?
Yeah.
Anyone in your life
Well.
hurt you? To a degree
No.
where you don't trust people again?
No.
And what was your upbringing?
I grew up with fucking hippies. Peace, love, save the animals, save the environment. Kind of bullshit.
So you had a pretty good upbringing.
Decent enough, I guess.
What makes you not like to be alone? What is your fear inside of that? Usually the not being alone comes from some kind of abandonment. Not feeling like you're worth people being around you.
Guess I just don't really agree with the rest of my family and their kind of ideals.
Did that cause any friction?
A little bit.
Do you still talk to them?
Haven't recently.
For how long?
Only like a year or so.
So there's something else then. What is it that you're
Yeah.
hiding?
Don't know if I want to share that yet.
See, with me, the fact that I am void of emotion and my life of analyzing people and understanding them, yeah, it gives me the ability to be intrigued by people, want to probe and find out more. I find this very, very interesting to the point where why you, of an upbringing of hippies, that you are now not talking to your parents isn't enough to make you not want to be alone, not like yourself, have any kind of dark thoughts. You see, the thing that piqued my interest about you the other day was when we were talking about getting rid of bodies.
Mm-hmm.
So you do inherently have a darker side to you. Call it a streak.
Comes out occasionally, but if anyone asks, I'm a pacifist.
But you said you regret it, so that was a lie.
Did I regret it?
Yeah.
I don't know if I mean, I want to say I do regret it. I feel like I regret it.
Hmm. So you regret it because the social norm makes you feel like you should regret it. So you don't get looked at like you're somewhat similar to myself.
No, I just get looked at like I'm a goody two shoes, and I'm okay with that for now.
What's your thoughts on seeing like psychiatrists, psychologists?
think most of them are a joke. I literally just saw one just before, and their first response to my friend who was drunk because she was upset that her like turtle had died or something. I don't know. I couldn't figure it out between the crying, but her first response
She's
was,
a
"Well,
sociopath
if you don't
as
stop
well.
drinking, I'm just going to institutionalize you." So yeah,
She's a
not a
sociopath as
fan.
well. She just hides it. Thinking about the pets. Did you ever have a pet?
No, we were traveling, couldn't really keep any.
If you had to pick a animal to be your pet, what would it be?
Have to be realistic.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes it harder. I hate cats, so not cats. Sick of dogs, so no dogs or puppies. I feel like every single domesticated pet has been fucking ruined for me. I don't know. I feel like I want to say like a horse.
Hmm. What's your thoughts on having a pet?
Conflicted.
Why?
Um, because anytime I think about having a pet, I just have like my brother like fucking ranting about how like animals shouldn't be kept as pets, and it's kind of annoying.
You think I'd ever have a pet?
Mm, I feel like if you were to have a pet, you'd have a pet that has some kind of like use to you. Like it's not just a pet to like care for or comfort, it has to have use. So like we have trying to think what pet would be useful. Like you'd have like maybe not. I want to be like you'd have like chickens so that you could have the eggs, but I don't know.
Correct, I did have a chicken.
Lucky guess.
His name was Whippy. He was a dumb cunt, but he tried.
Did he lay eggs for you?
No.
What happened to him?
Unsure. You see, the funny thing about people's thoughts, right? Because again, they like to put sociopaths and psychopaths together. Is a sociopath actually is quite fond of animals, and the fact that an animal cannot lie, it's pure, right?
True.
An animal relies on you. However, it has this basic instinct to survive as well. Say, for example, you're going fully domestic, a cat or a dog, the owner dies, the cat or dog will eat the owner to survive.
Survival of the fittest is not as much emotion attached to it.
Whereas humans have one giant thing about me other than not touching me, about lying to me. And that always stuck through while I was a lawyer. The first thing I'd say to a client is, if you lie to me, I walk from you. I don't want to
So
hear
you
your
don't like
bullshit story, just tell me the truth.
other people lying to you, but do you have an issue with lying to other people?
I don't lie to people
Okay.
unless it serves a purpose. And that purpose is to get me what I want. I only ever expose enough of myself to people so they understand somewhat about me, but they will never understand truly about me. Because every little bit you release, people think that they can use that against you. Human nature. Every single person in this world wants to get up on another person. Use people as stepping stones.
Most people just don't admit it.
Yeah. So why do you know
Social
that
norms.
information about what to do with bodies?
Um, Curious kid?
No. No. You're not just a curious kid. Because curiosity is not enough to want to push further into that and find out more. Atlas, have you ever taken someone's life?
Why? Why do you ask?
It takes a certain type of person to do that. It takes another type of person to do that and own it.
Yeah.
How'd you do it?
Don't want to talk about it.
Was it on purpose?
Yes and no.
Hmm. You know, I once went to jail. stuck in the or it's hard because now they've changed legislations. What it was back then was 28 years. What it is now is 28 days. And I did that because I was arrested during a robbery. Police basically no-balls me. Riddled the person with 7.62 rounds. They died. The judge was furious that I didn't even remember his name. After a while, people just start blending in together. Can't really keep mementos anymore. After that, I got out of jail, and part of my role was that I had to be a judge's assistant. From there, I learned in courtrooms for how court works. At the bar exam, back then it was a lot harder to do, and became a lawyer. Oh, look at that. Reggie's reformed. It does work. The whole time I reminded that judge that I was assistant for, that if she steps out of line, I will murder her.
Did she take you seriously?
Yes. This is why she never mentioned it to other people. My whole life has been forcing control. Making sure that I understand people and who they are, who they truly are. And making people into what I want them to be. What they should be. What are the things that you've been saying while we've been talking? You realize that you have sociopathic tendencies, right? Well, you may even actually be a sociopath.
No, I care too much about people.
Which is why I'd be more tendencies. But then, yeah, the factor that is the unknown is, are you just masking? That bit I don't know yet.
It's a puzzle for you to figure out.
I like puzzles. Sometimes you need to break puzzles to find out how they work.
Sometimes when you break them, it doesn't help at all, and it makes things even more confusing.
Depends how you break them. Must be able to break something so you can put it back together again, right? Rebuild it.
Yeah.
Can't just hit everything
Just
with
gotta
a
be
hammer.
careful. One wrong hit and it's almost impossible to put back together. Can't push too far.
So you know that you have sociopathic tendencies, right?
I know what it is.
You had to pick one item to hurt someone with, and the items you had to pick from be chainsaw, a knife, an axe, or a hammer, what would you pick?
Knife.
Why?
More comfortable with it. Not necessarily the strongest, so that rules out the chainsaw and the axe. What was the others? Kind of just heard
A
knife and
hammer.
went with it. Yeah. Was there any others or was just those ones?
Just those.
So then I guess it'd be between the hammer and the knife, but I don't know, I just... knife.
And what's your thought on blood?
Don't like it.
What don't you like about it?
I don't know.
Is it the look? Is it the feel? Is it the smell?
It's the look and smell. It smells. I don't know.
Hmm. How many people in your life would you say truly know you?
Mm, two. One. One.
Are they alive?
Mm-hmm.
And do they accept you for who you are?
Mm-hmm. Do I like them? Not particularly.
I'm gonna move like
Okay.
Reggie twist her a question.
Does anyone in your life know fully and truly you?
No. No one ever will. Because once they actually learn enough about me, they'll walk.
Fair enough.
Also to the point that no one's worthy of knowing enough about me.
There's the narcissism creeping in.
You have a lot of places in the city that you like to go to.
Kind of just wander around. There's only like one place maybe that I kind of go to a fair bit. That's mainly because I don't know the city well enough.
Ah! Okay. Good. Apparently that was a very bouncy hedge.
Yeah. Just maybe someone put a trampoline under it or something.
Yeah. I like this view. I like this spot
It's nice.
to look over the city. Now, I'm fond of this spot for a reason though.
Why?
A while back, there was a person I had to deal with. PD was aware that I was going to deal with that person. They even had a text message from me to that person stating that when I catch them, I'm going to cut their fingers off.
One of the serial killer people?
Someone who attempted to make me feel powerless.
Ah.
And then I dealt with said person. Police retrieved their phone and I knew that they had a text message from me. And they had already known that I said to them that I was going to hurt that person. I met with one of the police officers here. Was lead on the case. They still had the weapon that I hurt that person on me. I had that person's fingers in my warehouse. It was under my name. They waited too long. On the 31st day, they decided to charge me with first-degree murder. I sat in the interrogation room laughing at them because I knew that they couldn't do anything. It's already been too long. This was an amazing place to stand there and toy with the officer, knowing full well that she wasn't going to do anything. All they had to do was arrest me then and search me. I would have had everything they needed. They're too cocky. They wanted to get everything to line up perfectly because they knew how hard it was to come after me. They didn't realize I made it incredibly easy. I'm quite fond of this place.
Guess I see what you mean with that story about your reputation helping you.
Last place I went to was where I gutted a man. Because he wanted to do something very stupid.
What do you want to do?
He wanted to be incredibly disrespectful to people around me. And thought it was a smart idea to spit on one of them. So, made sure that he was spitting up a lot of blood.
Glad it was well and truly clean by the time we got there.
Well, this was a long time ago.
Did it look and stain?
There's a lot of spots in this city that I have fond memories of. All different things that I've done.
Are most of them when you hurt someone or got one over on someone?
Every single one of them are where I've hurt someone or I've outwitted someone. I'm a person that enjoys a nice scenic area. Never like doing things at the same place. Tarnishes that memory.
So you don't keep mementos per se, but each place is almost like a memento in and of itself rather than a tangible object.
Correct. Every time I go back to the spot, like a step back in time.
Are there any places that you don't like?
Fun. Just one. Not very fond of that place.
Tell me why, or too top secret?
Maybe another time.
Okay.
Chat, can you guess where that place is? Correct.
I'll just let my imagination make up things.
I don't think you'll ever truly get what happened at that spot, right?
Probably not.
Why do you enjoy people making, having the feeling that you're good and innocent?
I don't know. People trust you more than, they like you more than. It's easier to get things then.
You don't think that I don't have all those things?
Yeah, but I don't know. I've never been good at being intimidating.
See, people forever think that they can harness me, right? They can get me to do things for them. I only ever do things that I want to do.
And if I play along, then I can, I don't know. Like I said, people like you more and you end up surrounded by more people. It's easier to get to know people.
Yeah, I hate being surrounded by people, though.
Yeah, but remember, opposites, I really like it. I'd prefer to be lost in a crowd. Plus, if I accidentally do lash out, then it's a little bit more difficult for people to believe it. Sometimes.
You think you'd ever hurt Billy?
I don't think so. I don't have any reason to, and I don't see him really giving me a reason to neither.
More gifts.
Why?
Well, if you pass out from hunger and end up in hospital.
Oh no, I meant the hurting Billy.
Curiosity. See, I like toying with people. Like what I'm about to do right now. Hello, Billy.
Hello, Reggie. I'm at your house.
Oh, I'm just out at the moment. Spending some quality time with Atlas.
You're hanging out with Alice?
Yeah. At a very nice scenic place at the moment.
Oh, are you gonna kill her?
Talk to you later, Billy.
All right.
See? I like toying with
You
people.
like toying with Billy?
No, not just Billy. A lot of different people.
Yeah, but
Because now his
ones,
mind is
ones.
going to be racing. Now I get to see what Billy's true intentions are about you.
What do you mean?
Well, it's more of a... Does he care if you get hurt?
I don't know.
Not whether or not he is in love with you. It's about whether or not he gives a fuck if you get hurt. Because right now, he's thinking you're in danger.
I mean, not necessarily, right?
You heard my
It's
tone
just
though, right?
Yeah,
Simply
true.
what I said.
You're very vague as well.
Hmm.
And I'm guessing that he knows that you like to do things with a view.
Knows I'm a scenic person.
Fair enough.
Has he messaged you yet?
Nope.
Interesting.
Guess he doesn't care.
Either that or he realizes that any attempt he makes will not stop what I would want to do.
Or it could make it worse.
Hmm. What's your thoughts on hurting someone for no reason other than to just hurt them?
I don't like it. I feel like there has to be a reason. Otherwise, why do it? It seems kind of pointless.
Sometimes you just have an itch that needs to be scratched.
Could just, I don't know, ignore it until there's a reason.
What if it's been months and there hasn't been enough of a reason?
Well, I mean, that's therein the problem. You said hurting someone for absolutely no reason, not hurting someone for not a good reason.
You're teaching Billy a lesson in cutting him is one thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Taking someone on a trip with me, seeing the absolute fear in their eyes, different feeling. Song ain't it? This song ain't it?
Different in a good way
Yeah,
or a bad way?
good way. Ain't it either?
Because you're unpredictable. Usually I can read people, but I can't read you, and it's annoying.
What do you mean? I've been quite open with a lot of things.
Yeah.
So let's play a
I don't know
game.
your intentions, though.
Let's play a game.
Okay.
You have 5 questions you can ask me. Go.
Any 5 questions?
Sure.
You don't have to tell me where, but what happened at the place that you don't have good memories at and that you don't like?
Somebody got hold of me. Tried to get information from me and I refused. They held me for multiple days. And ended up stitching my mouth shut because I wouldn't talk. And used several items against me that they had used previously against someone else. Now, the kicker of this is that that person died. However, I was dealing with a copycat
Oh.
that wanted to recreate. They used all different types of power tools on me. Wasn't your like normal kind of torture. Like I said, I don't like feeling powerless.
Figured it would be a kind of situation where you felt powerless but wasn't sure how. Okay, 5 questions. That is a lot. I'll accept not sure for this, but do you intend to hurt me today?
Not today.
Okay.
Unless you do something.
Don't plan on it. When was the last time you like really hurt someone? Like not just shank someone or anything, like really hurt someone?
Say physically?
I'll use up 2 questions, one for physically and one for mentally.
Mentally would be about 5 years, 3 months ago. Physically, be about 3.5 years ago.
Quite some time ago.
Correct.
Last question. It's been a while and you talked about having an itch. Do you have that itch?
I'm currently biding my time waiting.
Is there like a little niggle, but you're kind of ignoring it for now until the time is right?
Yes. Actually, I am trying to be better. They don't want to be better.
Why are you trying to be better then?
You see, originally it was because I wanted people to think that I was getting better and that I wasn't the same as before, because it makes it easier for people to let guards down and not see me how I was.
Like playing goody two shoes.
But in doing so, people stand there and say, you've changed, you're different, you've gone soft. And then it just pushes to the point where you're just like, I'm going to have to prove a point here. Right now, I'm just enjoying doing my thing and not having to be the person that is the go-to for torture, be the person that is the go-to to get information, is the person that has to hurt people.
You can do what you want.
One moment. Hello, Cam.
Reginald!
I will cut you and gut you like a fish if you call me Reginald.
What? Why can't I call you Reginald?
You know
Isn't
that
that
you
your full
cannot
name?
do that. No, it's not. It is Reggie.
Oh. Okay.
Do you want me to start calling
I
you
got
Sean
your-
O'Blackthorn?
You did that anyway.
Hmm.
But I got you in my... Oh, the boys set off the alarm. Oh, great. I got you in my phone as Reggie Meister.
Okay.
I got that one.
Okay. Hey, did I tell you?
No, you haven't told me anything.
Well, in my time away, I was able to unlock a lot of my memories.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
well, you know,
memories
water
of
under the
times.
bridge.
Oh,
Did
if
hang
you
up
didn't
on
mean to hang up. Either that or he ejected and died.
Yeah. I feel like it's only fair. I know you've asked a lot of questions, but you told me that I could ask you 5 questions and you'd answer them.
Hmm.
So if you want, I'm offering the same.
Hmm. See, I already know parts of you, parts that you're revealing, right? You're obviously hiding a lot of things, and the reason you're hiding things is because you're hesitant to let me know these things because, like you said, you don't know my intentions and what I'm going to do, whether or not I'm going to use these things against you or use them to hurt you. But you seem like you're a very
not that
guarded person in that degree.
It's not that I don't know that you won't use them against me. It's the fact that you basically explicitly said that you would use that kind of information against people. So
So you were guiding yourself before that, though.
true.
Now, in who you're portraying at the moment is that you're someone with a dark side, which I've already explained to you. However, you're also a person that likes to fly under the radar. Now, the reason you fly under the radar is because you enjoy being somewhat invisible and blending in, so you seem to come across normalized to people. Is your average person. However, there is still that